I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Hey guys, so we have an official sponsor of the Paramotor Hangout. It's Uncle Steve's Shake. If you've ever had my cooking and you liked it, it's because of the seasonings I use from Uncle Steve's Shake. If you make an order and use the Paramotor Hangout in the order comment, you may just receive something extra thanks to Uncle Steve's Shake. Now, let's get on with the show.
Welcome to Paramotor Hangout on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. 6 shows left, and then we're giving it to Scuba Steve. That he doesn't want it, but that's besides the point. now he just sounds like my wife. Anyways, moving on. Mr. Will Fly, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I came to the realization today. I thought we had 2 weeks between our last little shindig and Bad Apples, but it's not looking like that.
No negative, Ghost Rider. I'm leaving Saturday morning and will be at Bad Apples Saturday afternoon.
That's really close. I mean, that's like, wow. I got a lot of work to do. You know how it is. You got to do 2 weeks worth of work to get out of town for a week. So,
well, I have. I'm planning on going up. So I go to Bad Apples, come back Sunday. That following Saturday, I will be at Hardy Lakes till the following Sunday for Fly for Gage.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah. What? I might be wrong. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. What are we talking about? This weekend, we're leaving the 13th. I'll be at Hodges Field until the 21st.
Yeah.
Then I work 5 days, and then the 27th. Or am I wrong about that?
Yeah,
I'm wrong
no,
about
the
that.
8th is.
All right. Maybe I was just trying to get out of work a little longer. I don't know.
Don't scare me like that. Like,
All right. So Mr. Mark McElroy is he's on vacation. And he is on a cruise or getting ready to go on a cruise to Alaska with his wife, mother-in-law, father-in-law. No, mom and dad. Anyways, so I asked anybody that was desperate to come on tonight, and Scuba said he'd help out. that's not true.
anyone who doesn't have a life, yeah, come on.
No, that's all not true. But Scuba Steve was super awesome to come in tonight and help us out. Mr. Scuba Steve, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm looking forward to see y'all. Y'all are going to Bad Apples, and I'm going to Spring Wing. They're both at the same exact time, so I had the choice of paying money and going to Bad Apples really far away, or going here. Well, basically for free. I got to pay the toll to get there, but Spring Wing is free, so I'm gonna be going there.
Sounds like spring lame. Bad Apples is the bomb diggity, just so you know.
I know, and there's going to be a gabillion people there, and I'm thinking Spring Wing's going to have a lot more people this time too.
Wait, how many people?
A gabillion.
Oh my God, that's gonna be nuts, man. I wanted to. Hey, Shane, you mentioned something about Mark McElroy on his. He's going on a cruise, right?
Yes.
Be here.
I wonder if I did that because I used to live in Georgia, and GA and then gabillion makes sense.
I don't know. Scuba, I have a question for you. I have had one of the people that are been on the show since day one with us, and he said that he can no longer comment. So apparently, one of my moderators may have blocked him.
Okay.
Do you
You're
have
the only one that can fix that because you have control of the YouTube channel. You have to go into your member section and find who you've banned or who has been banned and then remove it.
Yeah, I told you to do it, Shane.
Okay, well, why don't we try that real quick? Because nobody deleted or blocked this person, and I would like to fix that. So I have, maybe I should just screen share. How about that real quick?
I don't know if I would do that.
Uh,
I wouldn't do that.
Well, as long as you don't show the key, you're good. Which the key you have to specifically click on to show it. So I think you'll be fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, and right now I can see the screen. I'm on the show.
So go to your channel. Well, don't close the same. Do it. Open it in another window.
Right.
All right. Let me see if I can go to mine so I can tell you where it's at.
I would like to fix this because it is the gentleman that has been blocked or whatever is truly a nice guy, and I cannot imagine.
Are you on your channel?
Yes, and I went to
Customize channel.
All right, so I got settings. Your channel, YouTube
settings. Then go to community.
No, wait a minute. There's more than one. Where are you at right now?
Go to YouTube Studio.
Okay, hold on. So if I go to YouTube Studio,
who
am I following? Who am I following?
Yes. Settings. If you're on YouTube Studio, click on
Studios.
Settings.
All right, I'm not on Studios yet. I'm working on it. Come on, Obama Internet. Okay, I am on Studios now.
Okay, then click on Settings.
Settings, click.
And then Community.
And then Community, okay.
And then scroll down and you'll see Hidden Users.
There you go. See, Will knows exactly where it's at. Why am I even looking this up?
Hold on. Hidden Users.
Yes, Hidden Users.
And if you see the subject there, you just hit X and that.
Hold on. Why is geriatric PPG slow days? Okay. If you guys are a moderator on this channel and you have been blocking people, I'm telling you right now, it does not tell me who's blocking people, but I'm going to tell you.
I think you can. I think you can find out who blocked them by your activity.
Yeah, I think it's an activity. You'd have to go back and look, but I think you can find out.
Okay, so if you have been blocked and you haven't been able to, I wonder, dude. I am wondering. Oh, I can go back in and find out who's moderators, right? And that would explain. Hold on. So I'm going to YouTube Studios. Guys, we'll get right with you on this fly-in at Waller's, or actually, I'm sorry, at North Carolina fly-in that we just did. So I'm at YouTube Studios. Go to Settings.
Settings, Community.
Okay, hold on. Community.
There you go. There's your whole list.
Standard moderators. Okay. Hold on real quick. I have some people to get rid of because I think. Oh, why are they moderators?
Yeah, me if I'm on there.
Hold on. I don't listen. I'm sorry for anybody that got blocked or what have you. That was never an intention.
Yeah, I can tell you this. I did not do it.
No. I listen. I'm not.
Shane didn't do it. So.
No, I listen. It's all done now. It's all taken care of. So.
Good.
But yeah, I am very, very curious of going back and having to figure out who the hell did what. And if you're a moderator and you've abused this power, especially to Slow Days, who's one of the nicest guys in the world, and you blocked him, yeah, you're probably going to lose your wrench. Which I say I don't give wrenches or take wrenches away unless you're an idiot. All right, so anyways, okay. Without saying the person's name and the property that we were at, what do you say about this private little flying that we just did, Will?
I'd say it was a smashing success. A lot of times when I go to a fly-in, well, most of the time I go to a fly-in, it's all about the people. But this particular get-together, great people, no doubt, but couple that with great scenery too. I mean, we actually launched and went somewhere and checked out some beautiful like that lake, man. That was out of this world.
No, when we flew for an hour into the wind and hit the river, and then was flying with bald eagles, that to me was the most epic trip, if you will, flight that we did.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm still screen sharing this whole thing. Do you see that picture?
Yes.
Okay, then isn't that what the lifestyle Mark's living right now?
Yeah, some guy that he's literally paying, I think $4 a day, made that coffee, got up early, and I mean it's one of his servants for the day while he's on vacation. And I want to say happy birthday to Shane Lyman, who's turning 50 tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Shane.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. I heard the servant got like 20 lashes because of the symmetry. It was a little off.
Yeah, a little off. And then Mark is sitting in Canada. So I just got word that we can mention this person's place. He just didn't want anybody to feel bad. So I'm trying to do the politically correct thing, and I understand. So I got permission to mention that Paramotor NC, we were just at his property, and Cupcake Krista was there, Will was there, Mark McElroy was there, Paramotor NC, Glenn Tupper,
Dana Sheets.
Yes, Dana 54. Mr. Dana 54 was there, and he was there last year too. Scuba, have you had any chances to go to a private invite flying?
A private invite. I wouldn't say that. Not like a big get together. I had a surprise fly in on my last day of training in Louisiana with Bill and a bunch of other guys, but I haven't been invited to like a private fly-in. No.
Okay, so when it comes to private fly-ins, like we did Hay Bell Waller's place 2 weeks ago. We just did Ben's this past week, and honestly, it's so much more intimate and personable that when you get invited to these, it means so much more. If you go to Bad Apples, and I'm not putting Bad Apples down by any means of anything negative, but there's 300 plus people there. You can't get a personal connection with that many people. But when you go and hang out with 10, 12, 15 people, it is it's different. It is much different, and I find the quality of it.
You just told me not even 10 minutes ago you shouldn't go to that small fly-in. You should go to Bad Apples.
Is it a private one? No. Moving on.
It's very small, though. It's a small fly-in compared to Bad Apples. I mean, I won't be wondering if I'm going to crash into somebody. That's all.
Well, I will tell you, Bad Apples does a very good job at having air bosses or air dicks, whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
And I've been there. This will be my fourth year of going there, and I've never even come close to having any kind of close encounters, if you will. So it's done very good. It's very professional, and I hope Fly It for Gauge in June will be just as professional because everything I'm hoping for is counting on it. Just so you know, I'm so nervous about that. Just so you know.
Jane says there's still groups or cliques at Bad Apples where you can still have that experience. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much any fly-in you go to, you're gonna have your own little group that you hang out with and you call home base. But yeah, I'm not ready to give up Bad Apples yet. So
What do you mean give up?
well, I don't mean give up. I mean, I'll never give Bad Apples up, but I'm not ready to go to another fly-in in place of Bad Apples.
Oh yeah, that'll never happen. For me personally, never will I go somewhere else to miss Bad Apples. That'll never happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Even if it's in your home state.
no, no, I will always go to Bad Apples, and it's just like Dave Purden's. If I ended up making a mistake and doing my own fly-in in my son's name, at the same time, Dave Purden's, I won't be there at Fly for Gauge. I absolutely love Dave Purden's. It is
Wow.
that place. You can launch in the 5 minutes, be in Kentucky, go over the Ohio River and right into Kentucky, fly Kentucky, come back. The scenery there is absolutely gorgeous, amazing, and it's one of my all-time favorite places. Bad Apples is a socialized event where you could try walking to the end of the campers and walking back. It'll take you 6 hours because you will spend time talking to everyone. Um, and the flying there, you go to the quarry. I love the quarry; it's absolutely gorgeous. But it's not necessarily the flying for me at Bad Apples as it is the social part of it. I really enjoy hanging out with everyone and talking with everyone. Dave Purden's for me isn't so much a social thing as it is. I'm from Florida, so guess what? We don't have mountains unless they're ant hills, and you heard it, ant hills. They're not mountains, and really the mountains that I'm talking about aren't really mountains. I think they call them rolling hills. But for me, from Florida, they might as well be Mount Everest because they're huge, and I think it's just one of the coolest sceneries that you can fly.
I see Slow Days has made it back. Yep.
Yes, John. I don't know if you were at the beginning of the show. I don't know who put you on the naughty list, but I will get to the source of it and fix that. I apologize to you, sir. Absolutely no anything that you've ever done has been a negative, personally or on this show. So I don't know why you would have been blocked. I apologize.
Well, that's a quandary there. The only thing I could think of is that it was just an accident and somebody, I don't know how you do that by accident.
Really easy to do if you're a moderator and you're on your phone. You literally click on their name, and next thing you know, you banned them and won't even know.
There's only ever been two people on this show, and we won't mention names. I didn't block them. Someone else blocked them, and I was just like, "Listen, that's your problem. Deal with it." And that's how that person dealt with it. But there was 8 or 9 people on that list that literally should not have been blocked.
I know one of those names. I don't know who the other one is.
The wife.
Oh.
Okay. So again, I have never blocked anybody from this show unless it's been. I mean, the quickest way to get blocked from this show is to say something racist, or that's really about it. That's the only thing I don't deal well with, and it's not because my show's not moderated, so I can say whatever I want. But honestly, that to me is I have nothing for that type of thinking. So the 8 or 9 people it was, I apologize. So, especially Slow Days, who has been awesome and a very genuinely nice guy.
Yep.
So,
Told you we get to the bottom of it. Slow Days.
yes, sir. And Will called me. He's like, "Hey, who blocked Slow Days?" I was like, "Freaking really? Why?" Like, you've said too many nice things about the show. You gotta go. Like, seriously. All right, so Mr. Will, we're gonna skip any of the morning flights that you didn't do and talk about your afternoon flights at Paramotor NC's residence. What was your favorite part of that flight?
This is going to sound a little bit odd, but
Krista.
I was bringing up the rear, meaning I was the last one to launch, and we were all going to go over. Where were we going to? I don't remember.
Was it a golf course?
Golf course. Yeah, it was a golf course.
Okay.
Anyways, by the time I got up, there was like no glider anywhere in sight, 360 degrees. And I'm not kidding. I couldn't find anybody. So I really enjoyed, my favorite part of my sport is flying real low, slow, just carving fields and obstacles, things like that. And it kind of renewed the sport for me because I do that a lot locally, but how many times can you do that with fields that you're real familiar with before it gets kind of boring? So there were so many different big fields there and little obstacle courses and trenches. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I also enjoyed, there was one day, I think Shane, you and I decided not to fly at the same time. We just decided we weren't going to do it for whatever reason. I just wasn't feeling it.
No, Saturday night for me, I don't know what happened, but my gut was unsettling, and I'm not going to be 2,000 feet in the air and decide that now's the time I need to be on the ground. So,
yeah. But there was a lot of just watching other people launch, and just hanging out with the guys on the ground and talking launches and technique and stuff like that.
Yeah, Todd was there.
Todd Falstad, yes, he was.
Yankee Paramotor.
And his wife,
who, by the way, is way more interesting than Todd. I had such a good. I say that lovingly, but
she's better looking than Todd too.
Oh God, for real. But anyways, we sat there and had the greatest conversation. We were watching from the overhang next to the fire pit or the fireplace, and we watched everybody. And we gossiped like gossip girls, and it was awesome. And I really got to know her as a person. She got to know Krista and I, and we kind of talked about Todd a little bit, not much. I mean, really not much. But anyways, she's way cooler than him, just so you know. he was out flying, and Krista and I were drilling about information about whatever. It was awesome. We had a great time.
Yeah. It was just totally enjoyable, and it really nice and generous for Ben to open up his home to us, and just super nice. So just had a good time. Man, the food was awesome too. I'm kind of glad new pizzas this go around though. I don't think my shoulder could handle it.
Yeah, I'm spread the dough out. But I will tell you that my favorite flight, although it was cold in the morning, I believe the temperature was it was the low 50s. And it just, once you got up to 500 feet, it went into the 60s, which was fine. But we ended up flying like just straight for an hour into the wind. And we got to the river, and there was eagles flying. I believe Glenn was there and flying low. And I wanted to fly low so bad, but the damn cold temperature just I wasn't having it. My hands got cold. It wasn't the rest of me. It was just my hands, and I don't fly with gloves on, so I'm out.
Yeah. Well, no complaints.
Scuba, what's the coldest temperature you've flown in?
72.
102.
I'd say that, I was going to try to fly in the 50s. It was about 50 degrees, but that was the day that I forgot to put my brakes in my hand. So I said, nope, I'm cutting it. So I think the coolest I've flown is maybe 62 to 64. So that's not even cold, really.
No, that's comfortable. That is
Yeah.
that is comfortable. Whatever it was the low 50s. If you got down low, which I love, as you all just seen in the premiere video, I love dodging trees. I love getting as close as I can. Brian Haybell Waller swears he has a video of my wing touching some trees. I never felt it. I don't know what he's talking about. Mark McElroy and some other people heard my prop chewing up some tree branches at one point. Never heard none of that either. So if it's not on video, it didn't happen. But I will tell you, Scuba, that is what's going to bite me.
I saw the whole video. I'm like, dude, you're so close to them trees. I'm waiting to see some video of you hanging in a tree,
That is what's going to get me. I'm telling you right now, I absolutely love proximity. The one I have I've downloaded the video now, but I have not started making the video of bins, and some of that stuff is absolutely. I actually came out of my seat, hung from my harness, and kicked tree branches as I swung over, and I just.
Is it just trees, or would you be like,
oh no, building or not?
I want to fly under that bridge.
Oh, when we flew that morning to where the Eagles were and stuff, all the bridges were about 8 feet too short. I was looking at them and I was considering. Here's the worst case scenario: if I came up too tall, the water was literally inches deep. It was just like rolling water over rocks or whatever.
Yeah.
Would I got jacked up? 100%. Would it have made a great video? Probably. But I was just like, they need to be a little taller. I wanted to so bad. So many different times. I'm like, how about this bridge? And I scoot down and I'm like, there's no way. I've gone out of the compound. I've gone under those high tension power lines a dozen times, if not 24. They're still 15 feet in between the top of my canopy and the bottom of those power lines. And I'm 2 foot off the ground, 3 foot off the ground. So it's not a big deal. But the bridges that we were crossing, you'll see them in the video, are 8-9 feet too short. Like that would be you. And you've all seen me water foot drag. So I would have to water foot drag just to make the canopy under the bottom of the bridge.
That's too close. I mean, you could risk it, but that's not worth it, I don't think. Just to, I can make it under that bridge. No.
Well, we all know that YouTube for me is just a distraction. But if I wanted to make a really good video of me crashing, that would have been the day to do it. Except for the 50-something degree water would have really just not been cool.
I'll tell you, I'm with you as far as even with the trees, I kind of like kicking the trees,
Yeah.
I landed at Vail one time with the freaking tree branch hanging on my net, just
on your cage.
There.
Yeah.
Not when I say tree branch, I mean just little tree branch, whatever. But yeah, they're just it's risk versus reward, and
I get it. I guess if that's the most dangerous thing you're going to do, then you're probably a lot better than trying to do some crazy flips or whatever loops on your paramotor. So yeah.
Well, that's coming too. And I actually talked to Paramotor NC about this. I wanted to sit back and talk with Glenn Tupper, who does barrel rolls without even thinking about it. My mental block to this is, I know with my wing overs, if I just pulled another 4 or 6 inches, I would go over, but I can't mentally come out of it. Like, okay, so I made the rotation. Now what the hell do I do? and it, it's like, oh, you just add brake to the side that you're rotating to. In my head, I can't mentally picture it. Therefore, it's a mental block.
I think it would be easier for you to dissipate the energy through a spiral, a very, one spiral turn.
Yeah. And that's what I do wing overs all the time and then go right into a spiral as a practice run for a wing over. It's just, there's something in my head, maybe common sense. No, that can't be it.
Wait, you don't have anything in your head, do you?
No, exactly. But I can't picture it. I actually took the little paramotor guy, and I was actually like, I had it on a string and everything, and was trying to figure it all out. Mentally, I can't picture it. Therefore, there's some sort of block. I want to do it so bad. I'm telling you, I'm safe. I don't do anything. For a barrel roll, I had to be 4,000 feet to try my first attempt. My second one, I'd have to go back up to 4,000 to do it. Even wing overs, when I do bigger wing overs, anything under 1,000 feet are just little wing overs, is what I consider little. So, but yeah,
I think the highest I've been on my paramotor is like 1,500 feet. I haven't been any higher. Well, that's because of the bad airspace over here, though. I don't want to risk it.
Well, scuba, all right. Steve, should I call you Scuba or Steve or Scuba Steve?
You can just call me Scuba because most people do anyway. So
okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for coming on and covering for Mark McElroy, who is too busy.
Who is typing in chat, but I guess he's out somewhere, so that's still good that he came on.
He's on vacation, told me he couldn't make it, but now he's in the chat, so I don't know what to believe. Just like I've tried to come to his new house multiple times, and every time he makes up stories about his father-in-law having to have open heart surgery. Publix is having a BOGO. The trash man didn't come today, so you can't come. There's just excuse after excuse. Will and Brian almost can change your address to there. There's many times they've been there. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm looking for a video. Ben wanted us to show, not that, that the first couple of minutes shows the river and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Glenn Tupper Paramotor NC said that Glenn Tupper's video showed
for
that.
The people that's been keeping up with runningtothesky.org. Butch got to get his first flight today, which is awesome.
Good.
Yeah,
So I did see that on Facebook today. Yes,
and he foot launched. I thought he was gonna, take off on a trike, but he actually foot launched. I was like, wow, man, that's awesome. Apparently, he had a decent amount of wind. So, from what Sean said, he only had to take a few steps to get in the air. So, once he gets a nil wind launch, yeah.
Bill H said, "Ask your instructor." My instructor decided to quit school and won't return anybody's calls. So, because it has to do with PPG. Apparently, I don't know what happened with that. I honestly don't know. I heard that there were some bad deals done and they just got tired of people screwing them or whatever. I don't know. I never screwed anybody out of anything, so I don't know why I got on the blacklist or blocked on Paramotor Hangout Tuesday nights. I don't know. Lauren Michaels is a absolute badass when it comes to doing stunts and stuff, and how that guy gave up flying I don't even understand it. Like, if you told me all I could do now is fly straight and stay away from trees, I'd still fly. I'd be bored about it, but I'd still fly, because that flying is just absolutely a soul saving, like, mental thing for me, that I'd have to do it. I'd have to go fly.
It is like a really good drug with no side effects. Yeah.
Oh, there's side effects. You're going to lose a lot of. You're going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, losing money and withdrawals from not being able to fly. I guess you do get some side effects, don't you?
Yeah. Shane Wyman said that he loves spirals. So do I. I actually went to SIV and did Andrew's. He has 5 levels of spirals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4 or actually I should say 1, 2, and 3, aren't that bad. You could do a bunch of those all day long. When you go from 1 to 3 and then stop and go from 2 to 4, and then he tells you go ahead and go into 5, and you're like, nope, no. I literally was, my head spun when I was on the ground. An hour later, I still felt like crap from the, and he wanted me to go right back into another one. I was like, no, I don't feel right. So he didn't say, you got to do it. No, he's like, if you don't want to, just give me big ears and come on back. And I gave him big ears. He's like, okay, see you here. That was it. But I literally felt like crap the rest of the day. So when I do spirals now, I maybe do a what I would consider an Andrew Fuller 3. And when I come out of wingovers, I just do a 3. And I only do one rotation. I ended up doing, when I went to the SIV, I ended up doing maybe 5 or 6 at a 3 and 4 level. And it literally knocked me on my butt. I felt so horrible after that because it just sucks everything from your head all the way to your toes, and then you got to figure out how to get it back up. It was crazy.
Yeah, Shane Wyman says, my wing is about 90 degrees. Is that considered a spiral, meaning the center of the wing is in the horizontal? I would think we need more information. What do you do after you hit the 90 degrees, You go back in?
So his wing is literally, say, parallel to the horizon?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what he's doing after that.
Oh, when I come out of a spiral, I have learned, and I will tell you, anybody that's trying to get into any kind of maneuvers, that last little bit changes the outcome. And what I mean by that is when I'm spiraling out, if I just let up, that wing will shoot back, and then I have to check it on the way back in. But if you hold spiral, and let's say you're going left and you're holding, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. If you slowly bring that back up, and then when you get almost back to neutral with your brakes and you add a little outside right brake, it almost settles perfectly. Like it'll have a little shooting, but it's so small you don't even have to check it. And we got Mark McElroy. Anytime Mark, I love Mark to death, and that guy just cannot handle any kind of left or right or up or down. He gets sick, and I understand it. I mean, I've been there. It's just one of those things. I guess you just got to go slow and work yourself into it. But if it's not enjoyable, then why do it?
Yeah, so Shane says, I hold it there. Shane is correct. When I want to come out of it, I'll slowly let it up off the brakes. Okay, so we're recovering from a spiral?
Yes.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, and then one thing I can say about that, and I've taken it to the edge a couple of times with spirals to where, things start to get a little dim and the tunnel vision, and you can just kind of feel yourself slipping away. And the thing that is really scary about that is sometimes you don't feel it. That the ability to feel it can probably, I don't know if you get a tolerance to it or what, but you got to be careful with the spirals.
Yeah, the G's, you have to get used to the G's. So you start out with 1 G or half a G, then go to 1 G, 1.5 G's, and that's what I've been doing. I can hit a level 5 on Andrew's chart there, but I feel horrible the rest of the day, which clearly means I need to work up to that a little bit more.
Yeah. So Mark, did you know he retired from the show?
He's retarded from the show because of the show, but he hasn't retired. He's got 5 more shows after this week.
I have not received any paperwork from him.
Yeah, unless you got a signature and your last check, your shit is stuck here. Just so you know. Scuba, did you get your first check yet?
No, I'm still waiting on it.
It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
It's there. So I found I found what I think is the right video here. We can try it if you want to.
Yeah, let's try that. I'm going to run and check the back door real quick.
Okay. Shut the fridge. All right, so let's present. Window. All right. Can you see that, Scuba?
Yep.
And I didn't optimize this time, too. Of course, this is...
Yeah, this is a StreamYard. It may work fine without, you know.
Let me find it. There it is. And play.
Hey, it's working.
All right, so this is where we were. This is Ben's place. This obviously was a morning flight.
So you got trees on the right and like little shrubs on the left, it looked like. So there shouldn't be really any rotor off the shrubs, I guess. But
Not off the shrubs, but off the trees there are.
Yeah.
So there's Glenn. And the other glider, I think, was Ben.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to land in that water. Good Lord.
Oh, you'll be fine.
There's no alligators. You'll be all right.
Yeah, now assuming Glenn has flotation and all that.
That's some thick brush right there. Even if you got
it.
Jesus.
That's an eagle.
Yeah,
Eagle?
there's the bald eagle.
There's another one. Or is that Ben? That might be Ben.
No, unless he's doing big ears, big ears, big ears. Flapping his wings.
There's Ben.
Yeah. It is Ben's property and the area surrounding it. It does start out a little bit hectic with the taller trees and it being a little bit of a tighter LZ. But once you get over that, I mean, it is just everything there is just amazing.
Looks like a GoPro 8 there.
Yeah, and there's
when we were about to buy this house, well, we were going to buy another house that actually was located. The backyard was an airport, full-blown airport. And I was like, this is perfect. I can take off every day and all this. And then things started adding up that made me not want to do it because the nearest gas station was like 12 miles away. And then the house needed, well, because we saw the house get sold and they put like $50,000 worth of repairs just to get it to pass inspection. So I was like, yeah, we're good. It was way too expensive. And out in these sticks.
Yeah, but there is just so much. The LZs there. I mean, if you had an emergency landing, you could literally have a dozen to pick from, unless you're down in the creek or the river, and then you're just got one choice. That's water landing, which I've done with the foot track, and it's no big deal. You just stand up and just keep running. It's fine.
Oh, embrace your calling. Just land in those trees.
Yeah. Waller has quite a tight little LZ too. I mean, once you get up and over, you have to turn out over the trees to avoid crossing over any homes or congested area. But I mean, if something went wrong, you just turn back and go back the other way over the LZ.
What's up, Yankee? He says, go ahead and spend that first check, Steve.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you're worried, dude. You're missing out on bad apples over something free. You know, you get what you pay for. You're gonna end up with herpes or something.
Hey, I mean, what I planned on doing was doing this flying this year and next year go to Bad Apples. That way I can plan for it because I've already taken so much vacation now. I can't feasibly take off more just to drive all the way. We just left Georgia and I have to go right back. That would suck.
I don't know why you just left. You should have just stayed there. I don't know.
Yeah, if we could have, I would have. I'm just going to stay.
I tell you what, and since we're live on the air, I will tell you, if you show up next year, dinner's on me. You pick the night.
Okay.
Not
awesome.
Munchkin, just you.
Oh,
Just kidding.
herself.
I'm just kidding. There's the microwave. Here's some popcorn.
Could I get a show of hands or comment, whatever, in the chatters of who's going to Bad Apples?
Yeah, who all in the chat is going to Bad Apples? We already know Scuba Steve is sucking nitro right now.
I want to come, man. Trust me, I really do. But damn it, I can't.
Now you sound like my wife at night.
Yeah, Moonshiners is a good one.
Well, Shane said he was coming to Paces, and if he comes to Paces, that's not that far from me. I can make that.
I think I would go to Moonshiners instead of Pace, Easy Pace.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And nothing wrong with Easy Pace. I will tell you and I don't mean any negative. Easy Pace is tree galore. And the fields that are flyable have power lines.
Ah.
So it's one of those. I mean, I've been there and I want to go back, and I'm looking at my comp time and my vacation time, and it's possible for me to go back there. And it's not much of a drive, but James, I'll be there on Saturday. Make sure you come over and see me. I'll have my flag flying.
Bad Apples is the 18th through the 21st.
Yes.
Yeah. Spring Wing is the 17th to the 21st. It's like,
yeah,
I get one more day.
So, well, you can come and go as you want at Bad Apples or at Hodges Field. You just pay for your power and fly when you want. But
I just hope next to Shane, use Shane's power.
There you go.
It's cheaper.
well, I don't know if Shane's going to be there, but
I'm talking about you, Shane.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Most. James, yeah, I'll be there Monday too. Cool.
Oh, this sucks.
So far we got James is going, Yankee Paramotor, John Wayne, Paramotor NC, Greg Laney's heading down Thursday. Mark McElroy, surprisingly enough, is not going to be there. And,
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, another. Oh, I am working, dude. Oh, this sucks. All right, so I get indications with eyesight and a migraine coming on. You watch this, dude. It's about to hit me like a ton of bricks.
How will we know?
I'm going to start throwing up.
Okay, we'll watch.
It is ridiculous, dude.
That's the bad migraines when you have to throw up.
I get them about once every 3 years or 3 months or 4 months, and I'm telling you right now, like my vision's all blurry. I just told her to bring me to naproxen, which is
migraine my entire life, but only one of them was that bad to where I was throwing up. That was pretty bad.
Daniel Roach, you know, it's not too far from Idaho, man. If you leave now.
If you leave now and you stop once, you'll be fine. You'll get there on
Wear
time.
a diaper across the country.
Yeah, just be a female jealous astronaut. You'll get there in no time.
Hey, I don't think, did that really happen? Didn't
Yes.
they? Like,
Yes.
all right, I take your word on that. But I remember when they reported it.
I'm willing to land out in a peanut field to go to the bathroom and launch again. I'm not willing to pee in a diaper, just so you know. Not yet, at least. I got another 25, 30 years of that before that.
Shane's Planet Shane says, sweet, live puke. Yeah, man. The degree to which we will go to.
Yeah.
Provide you quality entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's coming too. Oh, man.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. You'll probably have to miss Bad Apples.
I bet you it'll be okay by then.
I bet it will.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope, I just took 2 prescription strength naproxens, and I'm good to go. I say good
I
to go.
did something weird today. I was like, I don't think I packed my wing good enough. I literally took my wing out, spread it completely out in the backyard, and repacked it. I was just like, just want to repack my wing.
Is this good content?
Once he throws up, it'll be awesome content.
Yeah. Mark said no.
Yeah.
Mark was sitting in the airport in Canada today and sends me a picture because he got a little scared. Because in the middle of this gigantic airport, a pigeon was like deep inside of the airport, walking around on the carpet, and then flew up on the backrest of the seat, and that was the highlight of his day.
Wow.
Oh, I can't even see right now. Jesus.
One thing I do want, and I've come to the decision that I'm going to get it, is a smaller stuff sack.
For a land out, or when you pack your wing away?
Now, for land out, I just use I always have a plastic bag, big, one of those big commercial plastic bags, folded up real small and stuffed underneath my seat. It's waterproof, but just as my daily driver.
Yeah, Planet Shane, Allie's who I talked to when I bought my paramotor and wing. It's bad when you got a woman salesman. Yeah, go ahead and give me that too. It's fine. Yeah.
She might have hit you with, well, a real man would have this bag too.
Well, it was more like, well, we do have a sale, and this is the last day of the sale. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Figures, man.
Kyle Lowe has got his freaking hands full. Tony's asking where Kyle Lowe's been. He's been putting out videos, but he has got his hands full. And I've never, ever, I don't think I've ever seen a busier person than him. It's just always got something going on,
You guys talk about a trash bag. I have literally the carry case for when my wing came from the factory, and I can assure you it's never going to go back into that bag. And the 2 times I've used it, the leading edge always sticks out because there's just no way of putting it in there. A garbage bag would make more sense.
It's waterproof, and lightweight. I don't even know it's there. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna get, because mine actually takes up enough room when I go to turn on my lights or whatever in flight that it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? The contractor bags.
Yes, yeah.
Any big bag would do, but I think a contractor bag would be better.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of situation you're going to find yourself in. You might, like for me, when I've gotten picked up twice, I think were old pickup trucks.
Right.
So if you got to throw something in the back, or it's raining, or whatever.
A regular 30-gallon trash bag or 13-gallon trash bag for my kitchen is bigger than the bag that I have now that it came in. So
it's better than nothing. Mark says this is a 55-gallon. Mine is a 56-gallon, Mark.
Oh, mine's 56.4.
But that is what I'm talking about, what Mark said, that big 55-gallon.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I think I'm going to switch mine out. Plus, it'd be lighter, too. Not that.
But you do have to send it in for inspection once a year.
Where do we send that to? Hefty?
Just send it to me along with the check and self-addressed stamped envelope for $150.
I got the normal stuff sack, which is like a book bag, and then I got a smaller bag that I can put my wing in. But I've been keeping it in the basement. I guess I should put it on the paramotor just in case I land out somewhere. I don't want to be carrying the wing around just in a rosette everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, Fly Swamper said for engine out stuff sack, I've got one. Jesus, man. I got one of those pumpkins that Tony from NCPPG made and sold. Yeah, I like the garbage bag idea. I bet you will at Bad Apples if you ask me, hey, what's in your side pouch there? It's going to be my battery for my lights and
we still talking about paramotors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Steve, I want to thank you very much for helping us out tonight. Why
Not a problem.
there was a union break crap going on tonight, and somebody
Freaking
was
writers strike.
yeah, man. I hope Mark has a good time though. He was hilarious about his parents. So Mark was so worried about his parents showing up behind him and his wife that he got back on a ferry and took a trolley or a train, which is a total travel time of 50 minutes each way, to go wait at the airport for his parents. And then had to turn around and do that back the other way while he's on vacation. I'd have been like,
Wow.
I mean, his mom and dad are freaking awesome people, but I don't know if I'd be wasting my vacation on sitting at the airport waiting on you, watching pigeons fly around me at the airport.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna have fun, and I'm sure there'll be videos and all kinds of stuff going on at Bad Apples. So,
Yeah, actually,
there's gonna be we'll be doing a show, obviously, right? Tuesday night.
I was just going to ask you: are you going to be at Bad Apples on Tuesday night, or are you going to be?
I'll be there Monday.
Okay, so yes is the answer to my question. You will be there Tuesday, so we'll do it together. And yeah, still probably no Mark McElroy because I'm on a 6-month vacation. Actually, it's 2 weeks, but whatever. I just hope Joni doesn't beat him up too bad.
So you'll be there 3 days before Bad Apples starts. Okay.
Yeah. If not, you'll the power and the water comes scarce very quickly with Bad Apples. Which and Mark and I talked about this, and then Will did not like this idea, but I think next year we're just going to kind of be off to the side, run generators, and not necessarily be away from everybody, but I don't need to get there that early. And I'm fine with running my generator and keeping the AC on. None of that bothers me.
Well, I'll miss you, man. I want to be in the thick of things.
And Mark and I talked about it, and we understand 100%. I get it. You can segue over with your black wiener and come eat dinner and lunch and breakfast.
I wouldn't go in that neighborhood.
that Section 8 housing over there on the other side of the block.
No. Well, it's gonna get to the point where it may not even be an option. If they're gonna have as many people as they're expecting this year.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to start getting there 2-3 weeks early.
No, that won't happen. But I will tell you, if I get there and there's no power, it's okay because I have a generator. And
welcome to the 50s, Shane.
Yeah.
If we get there and there's no power, it's okay because Shane has a generator.
Yeah. We're gonna use Will's generator the entire time.
I have it. I'll bring it with me.
Do you have the 3500, or you still got the?
I have both, but I mean, I'm going to bring the little one. I haven't even taken that out of the box yet.
Oh my God, thing's out of warranty by now. It still hadn't even been started yet.
It's the replacement for the that whole insurance thing. It was the replacement for it. So hopefully there's a generator in there.
All right, Mr. Scuba Steve, can you tell us your channel, where we can find you on social media, blah, 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 blah.
Paramotordude.com. That'll take you to my YouTube channel. I'm on every Friday, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time.
And what are you talking about on Friday night?
Friday nights. Well, I talk a lot about vaping stuff, some paramotor stuff, and some just running my mouth because that's what I'm good at.
Ooh, speaking of running your mouth, Will Fly, where can we meet you at and find you on social media, sir?
You could probably find me on Friday night on Scuba Steve's show, maybe.
Yeah.
Also, Monday night, don't forget that PPG Grandpa, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's a great show. I don't know if it's James Sutherland this week. I think it is. James Sutherland's the guest. And then You can catch my videos on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly or go to willflyppg.com.
Hey, with Mark McElroy and Will Fly and Scuba Steve and myself, if you guys have not, we only got 6 shows left for Tuesday night. I'm going to start putting out some more cooking videos and stuff. But if you guys haven't hit the like and subscribe and the bell and all that stuff, do that so you guys know when Mark and everyone, Will and Scuba puts out a new video. With that being said, we guys see you next week. We will be at Bad Apples next week, so that should be fun. All right. You guys have a great night. Peace out.
Good night.
I got a lot to say,